Welcome to Devlog number 2. So you guys complained that the last episode was a bit cringy, so I'm gonna try to up the production quality in this one. Hopefully it goes well. Remember the checklist we had last time? Now I put it on Trello, so it looks way better. Production quality, remember? So we can actually take stuff off instead of whatever I was doing last time. What the fuck is this? So first thing on the list, NPC. So we want to make a guy we can interact with. So I heard somewhere that Oblivion got some pretty good AI. So maybe I should take inspiration from them.
Money or your life. You're smarter than you look.
Okay, maybe not. But anyways, I created it. So it's basically you can talk to him, you can click on the different dialogues, and then you can quit the dialogue by choosing the last option. The way that the interaction works is basically I put a overlap capsule on the player, and then every time it overlaps with the NPC, and then you also press E, it goes into dialogue mode. I know the NPC looks really stupid right now, but the plan for the future is that the game is going to have RPG elements, so the NPC can buy and sell items, which can give you some really interesting gameplay aspects. Now that I've downloaded NPC, let's move on to our next item. So every video game is kind of like a melee attack, and I was looking at Dani's devlog.
Shop.
That katana looks juicy AF. You know, I might just take like a tiny bit of inspiration from the katana, like just a touch. So my friend Johnny here made a quick model of a fucking shitty sword. And here's what it looks like. I mean, to be fair, it is his first time using Blender, so cut him some slack. And we import into our game, and then added some slicing animation and trails, and it looks like this. So this is a sword from our game, and this is a sword from Dani's game. I mean, it totally did not look like I was trying to copy his idea, and kind of failed miserably. But yeah.
They ask you how you are, you just have to say that you're fine when you're not really fine, but you just can't get into it because they would never understand.
So as you can see, the sword needs a lot of improvement. What I mean by a lot is like a shitload of improvement. So first thing we have to fix, the model. The model is horrendous. So first thing we gotta do, find a model online and replace it instantly because it looks garbage right now. So here it is. It looks quite a bit better, not gonna lie. Secondly, we need to fix the trail because the trail right now looks like hot trash straight out of the oven. I don't know what that roast means, but take that trail. The problem is none of us know how to use the particle system, so we're just gonna quickly grab some free asset from marketplace and slap that into our game. So this is what the trail looks like from the free marketplace asset, and it looks alright. I know it's a bad idea to use all marketplace asset for a game, and I wouldn't really want to do that either, but we're super early into development, so this is just for like a super early look. The main thing we still need to work on is camera shake, more particles, so we need to make our own particles, and our own sword model, because the sword model right now is just a random one we grabbed online. Also, I slapped the EQ onto my voice track, so it should sound less muffled and then more clear. But hopefully it sounds better, and if you guys want to suggest anything, please do in the comment section. If any of you guys actually watch my video, which I don't think anybody does.
They ask you how you are, you just have to say that you're fine when you're not really.
Okay, now that the sword is done, we need to move on.
Yo, I want to move some files to make it more organized.
You sure about this?
Yep, 100%.
Like no cap?
お前はもう死んでいる。何？
So bad news. Our whole project got corrupted because Johnny tried to move some files, which I don't know why that happens, but Unreal just doesn't like moving files apparently. But the good news is GitHub saved our ass again by letting us undo our changes and going back to our last commit. So we're back on track, boys. But on a side note, I highly recommend anybody who's working on any kind of coding project to have a GitHub repository, just in case fuck something up, and then you can always just revert the changes, and it's super nice. Anyways, enough of the side note. We need to work on slow-mo now. So slow-mo is actually super easy on Unreal. There's a node called global time dilation, and then you can just basically set it to anytime you press a button, it sets the world to 0.3 times speed. We also need to get the player a bit more air control while they're in slow-mo, so they wouldn't feel too clunky and slow in slow-mo. And lastly, I gotta do a logic for decreasing the slow-mo bar and then increasing it when not using slow-mo, but this is actually kind of complicated. I have to use timer and functions, so basically that... Shut up, get that boring shit out of here. All you guys gotta know is that it works, and it looks like this. We also added in some post-processing effect to make it look a bit nicer when you go slow-mo. And then the bottles are recharges when you go auto slow-mo. Everybody knows that you need enemies in video games, and hopefully we can make some cool enemies in our game. First, we need to find an enemy model. So we found this cool asset supplied by Epic. It's an enemy robot, and it looks pretty cool. So we're gonna use it as a placeholder before we get our actual enemy model made. And I don't know what to do from here on. So I first implemented like a patrol route for the enemy to walk around, but it didn't really look that good, so I disabled it for now. Next thing I implemented is definitely the ability for the enemy to shoot at the player, cause if the enemy can't shoot at you, what's the point of them existing? Our friend Spoon also made a super cool gun model for the enemies. He basically did this by combining 4 pre-existing guns into one, and here it is. It's got the M4 Picatinny top rail, it's got the Growl underbarrel, it's got the Growl magazine, the Chris Vector barrel, the M4 fire selector switch, and the Scar backstock. So we slap this onto an enemy, and then it looks something like this, which I think it looks pretty cool. So next I try to make the enemies have physics, so if you walk into them, you know, they get pushed back. But it didn't really work out because I'm dumb and I don't know how to program. So here's some of my failed attempts.
I'm watching. Dang.
What the fuck's wrong with my enemy? Oh my god. Not even gonna lie, this is literally how I feel when my AI doesn't work and I have depression because I spent ages working on this. Very epic. Smash like if you agree. So basically the moral of the story is don't work on an AI if you don't know how to code for shit. I'll work on it later when I actually have competent coding skills. So this wraps it up. It's gonna be the end of this devlog, but I have a few more things to say. I just realized I haven't told you guys the plan for this game yet, but our plan is it's gonna be a story-based first-person shooter with RPG mechanics. So you can shoot enemies, level up, and customize your gun. I know the game basically looks like a shitty Carlson right now, but we have a lot more system in mind that we're gonna implement later on that's gonna be different from Carlson, such as like weapon leveling, character leveling. And this is the fact that we've only been working on this game for about a month, so hopefully it'll be better later on. I'll try to keep the devlogs like a bi-weekly upload, but hopefully I'll keep my promise. Also, please consider liking and subscribing because I spent absolutely ages editing this, as you can see. But hopefully you guys enjoyed it.